Good evening, Rochester. Hope you're staying cool out there in this dreadfully hot weather we're having. This is Crystal, and you're listening to Dates in the States on 106.3 FM Rochester Free Radio. Join me here every other week at 6 p.m. where we discuss all things Rochester and share some of our favorite things to do on our travels in other cities. So, for those of you who don't already know me, I'm a content marketing strategist and travel author based right here in Rochester. I recently released a series of mystery city date books with the help of my husband Shane, and these are self-guided itineraries taking you on a date with your city. You can find them online at datesinthestates.com or in select local stores throughout Rochester. And don't forget, you can connect with me right here in real time on Instagram at datesinthestates. So feel free to message me, let me know of any favorite Rochester spots you'd like to hear me feature, or even song requests. Or even if you just want to say hi, I want to know you're listening. I would love to hear from you. So make sure to reach out to me on Instagram at datesinthestates. So today I wanted to talk about all things 4th of July weekend, of course. But first, DJ Shadow was sharing a few minutes ago the worst place to take a date. And it was regarding yesterday's big news that happened on top of the Empire State Building. So I don't know if any of you were watching that yesterday, but I actually thought it was pretty sweet. Seeing him propose to her and they get arrested immediately after, all in the name of love for trespassing on top of the Empire State Building. I thought it was really sweet, actually. But I don't think I would want to take a date there. But anyways, let's get to it. So I'll be sharing some information about our local festivals along with firework display times and locations right here in Rochester. So also be sure to stay till the end where I'm going to tell you the top 10 states for their 4th of July celebrations. Okay, so here's a few events happening in and around Rochester this weekend for the holidays, just so you know. So first of all, we have July 3rd, Friday, tomorrow. The National Susan B. Anthony Museum and House will hold a free community event in Susan B. Anthony Square Park. This community event will begin at 4 p.m. and there's going to be some historic speeches at the event, which were written by Susan B. Anthony and Frederick Douglass. And then we also, I know this isn't Rochester, but Canisius Lake. Yes, I know it's a little outside of Rochester, but I wanted to bring it to your attention because the Ring of Fire is happening Friday evening, which is when many residents light a bonfire on the edge of the lake and they light off fireworks. And honestly, it's a really awesome celebration and it's truly been one of my favorites to attend my whole life. I grew up going to that and it's still one of my favorite firework displays to attend. So if you haven't checked it out already, definitely check it out. You can go to the lake. They have this really nice park where you can watch the fireworks and see the ring of fire. You don't have to be at someone's house or something. There's plenty of public places you can go and watch it. You can even go sit at the Beachcomber, which is one of our favorite beach bars. So definitely check it out. And then also, Arundequite Town Hall, they have their annual watermelon eating contest, 2-mile fun run, street dance, and craft fair, and that all begins tomorrow, July 3rd, and goes till the 4th on Saturday. So I definitely highly suggest you check out the Arundequite Town Hall's website for a listing of their events and times on both days, but everything kicks off on July 3rd, tomorrow. The parade will be on July 4th at 11 a.m., while fireworks will launch that evening at 9:30 p.m. Which brings me to the other events happening on July 4th. So we've got Brighton. The town's 4th of July 5K race will start at 8 a.m. at Brighton High School. And from 2:30 p.m. to 10 p.m., there will be a celebration at Meridian Center Park. The celebration will feature food trucks, vendors, and live music, and their fireworks start at 9:30 p.m. And then we have Greece. On July 4th. This free event includes activities for the whole family starting at 4 p.m. There's going to be a variety of entertainment, live music, food trucks, and then their fireworks start around 9:45 p.m. And then we have Genesee Country Village and Museum, which will hold a naturalization ceremony. I'm very intrigued by this. I kind of want to check it out. So Every year they have a 19th century parade and a pie eating contest at its Independence Day celebration. So if you really want to see what Independence Day was back in the day, you could go to the Genesee Country Village Museum. And that event is going to be happening on the 4th from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Okay, so we're going to take a quick break, but then I'm going to share with you additional firework display times around the area and some other events happening this weekend in Rochester, New York, so don't go away. And we're back. You're listening to Dates in the States here on 106.3 FM Rochester Free Radio, and today we're sharing some local events happening this holiday weekend in celebration of Independence Day and some firework display times I'm also going to mention to help you with your planning of your holiday weekend. So before our break, I did mention a few firework displays happening in the local area when coinciding with their festivals, and I'll let you know of a few more in the area to make the most out of your weekend, no matter where you are. So, as I've already mentioned, just to recap, we've got Arundequoit Town Hall at 9:30 p.m. Brighton's fireworks are at 9:30 p.m. as well, and then we have Greece at 9:45. And if you're wanting to be brave enough to go downtown and deal with the crowds and the traffic, Rochester's display will be taking off at 10 p.m. over the Broad Street Bridge and Court Street Bridge with pedestrian viewing areas along the Genesee River. Now, to be honest, I've been here for 7 years and I've never once done this. Dealing with the traffic in Arundequoit and Webster after fireworks is honestly crazy enough for me. But if you've done and you highly recommend, I want to hear from you. Let me know. Remember, you can chat with me in real time right now on Instagram at Dates in the States and let me know if you think it's worth it. I'm curious. I want to know. All right, so here's a few firework displays that are a little further out. So we have Henrietta Memorial Park. They are launching their fireworks at 9:45 p.m. And then we have Geneva Long Pier is at 9:45 p.m. and Seneca Falls, if you're going out that way, they have their amazing Seneca Canal Festival, which has their fireworks display at 10 p.m. So, what states do you think have the best 4th of July celebrations? I found a list recently of the top 10 and I wanted to share it with you guys today. So, I don't know. I feel some are definitely missing from this list. I don't know if I completely agree with it, but let me know what you think. So, we have at number 10, Denver, Colorado. Then we have Austin, Texas. Number 8 is Minneapolis, Minnesota, which is honestly surprising to me. I used to live there and I clearly missed this memo that it's the top 10 city to have the best fireworks. I definitely missed that. And then we have number 7 is Orlando, Florida. I honestly feel this is a given with Disney being right there. And then we have California, such as Los Angeles and San Diego. Hanover, New Hampshire comes in at number 5. Then we have number 4 is Bristol, Rhode Island. So apparently Bristol hosts the oldest continuous Independence Day parade in the U.S. dating back to 1785. And then number 3 is Washington, D.C., which is another given. The A Capitol 4th concert on the U.S. Capitol lawn happens, the National Independence Day Parade, and a fireworks display over the Lincoln Memorial. So that would be really cool to see for sure. And then we have number 2 is New York City. I honestly thought New York City was going to ring at number 1, but it's not. So obviously they have their Macy's 4th of July fireworks show, which is the largest in the country apparently, which launches over 60,000 shells from barges on the East River. And then we have, drum roll please for number 1, we have Boston, Massachusetts. So Boston Pops Fireworks Spectacular. Wow, that's a mouthful. They have live music, military flyovers, and a choreographed display over the Charles River Esplanade. And then nearby Lexington and Concord, those 2 towns, they also host Revolutionary War themed parades and reenactments. So that sounds pretty cool. I want to go to Boston for 4th of July weekend. All right. So I wish everyone a very happy 4th of July weekend. Hopefully you can make it to some of the festivals I talked about in the beginning of the show, or see some fireworks in downtown Rochester and our surrounding towns. I'm Crystal. Thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight. I'll catch you back here on July 16th at 6 p.m. sharp for another edition of Dates in the States. Next song is staying in the Independence Day spirit. We have American Woman by Lenny Kravitz. You're listening to 106.3 FM, Rochester Free Radio.